Hello, it's me, French Ted, and we are here for episode number 24, the penultimate episode to our season finale, which is All Out, the biggest show in AEW, and hopefully our show will meet the high standards that I feel like I've been setting over these last few episodes. But that is the next, well, not the next episode, because we will be doing a special preview episode, kind of an episode 24.5, where we just run through the All Out card because it's stacked and it honestly needs its own episode to kind of just go through. But we are here, week 1 September. We got Dynamite, we got Collision, and then it is All Out. But before we dive into Collision, we have got a backstage incident, and it's between Rush and Jericho. So Rush was brought before the Wrestlers Court, accused of failing to pick up his share of the tab. So the judge, Chris Jericho, found him guilty and sentenced him to buy drinks for everyone. Oh, so Rush has a selfish personality. Okay, so this kind of makes sense, and he's currently very happy. Oh, that's good. Small positive impact. We will take it. That's the last incident. So let's head straight into Dynamite, where we have a special main event, kind of a showcase main event. I was really impressed with the singles action between the TNT Ladder guys on Dynamite last week, that I figured I'd just throw them into a trios match because I believe we've got 3 faces and 3 heels. So yeah, that will be our main event, a nice little 6-man trios showcase between the TNT Ladder match contenders. We've also got some action with Castagnoli and Eddie Kingston, and Miro, and Miro's on the card. He doesn't do anything special. Don't know why I was so excited about saying him. And the show does open with MJF and Adam Page facing off before their big match at All Out. But enough previewing. Let's just see the damn thing. So I'll see you guys there. But before all of that, we do have a couple of pre-show matches. The first is a 51 rated match with El Hijo del Vikingo and Brian Cage, where El Hijo del Vikingo, I'm just going to say Vikingo, defeats Brian Cage in 13:53 with a 6:30 senton. They do not click at all. Fair enough, that's fine. It's a pre-show match. Brian Cage with a 36, and Vikingo with a 56. Not bad. Fair enough. The next pre-show match, I believe it's our only other pre-show match. It's the Bunny and Billy Starks. So, no heat, terrible wrestling. The Bunny defeats Billy Starks in 9 minutes with a sit-out facebuster. 44 overall, 43 for the Bunny, and 40 for Billy Starks. Good old Space Jesus. Yeah, let's head straight into AEW Dynamite with MJF and Adam Page facing each other. 99. Oh, so MJF and Hangman Page, they kind of I did pull the trigger. Hangman Adam Page, they just have kind of a bit of banter between them, because there's not really any animosity between these two guys. MJF has time after time proven us wrong, and he really has built himself up to be this franchise player, this top guy in AEW, whether it's, through winning clean or through winning, slightly dirty. But whenever he wins dirty, it's fucking genius. So there's a huge level of respect between these two guys. And MJF kind of shows that side in this. So one of the main takeaways from this kind of back and forth is that MJ genuinely does have respect for Hangman Adam Page. And he's looking forward to facing him again. He thinks that this time's going to be different. It's not going to be the straight shooted match. He's like, I know that you're going to bring everything to it. But MJF vows to defeat him. He says, I am untouchable. I've said this week in, week out, month after month. I've proven everyone wrong. I've taken down Darby Allin. I've had back-to-back championship matches, and I've defended them. I've defeated Will Ospreay, and then in the past, he's defeated CM Punk, a bunch of other people. So he was like, this time is going to be no different. I'm walking in All Out as AEW World Heavyweight Champion, and I'm walking out of All Out as AEW World Heavyweight Champion. And Hangman Adam Page just kind of doesn't really say much, but the man's got buckets of charisma, so he just says, the usual babyface stuff. You've had a great run, MJF, but it's Hangman's time. I've been here since day one, just like you. We have both bled for this company. We have both, lost sleep over this company. We've both, done all this stuff. So who better to represent the company and headline All Out than MJF and Hangman Adam Page? May the best man win, and MJF, it's going to be the Hangman. So yeah, great opening segment, 99, awesome. This match, I'm hoping, is going to be amazing, because MJF has been hitting those numbers lately, and Hangman Adam Page can also hit those numbers too. So the two of them together, I'm keeping everything crossed that it's going to be perfect. Following this though, Miro's just backstage with CJ Perry and the android Alex Coughlin, kind of just psyching himself up for tonight's trios match, but also just talking about how the TNT title is going to return to Miro because he is a former champion, and he now has his wife by his side. He was like, since you've come back, since you've returned, CJ, everything's been good. Like I've been winning. I feel like I've got, the old Miro back, and with Alex Coughlin as well, kind of as a protege, nothing's stopping us from getting a championship. So yeah, nice little, hyping themselves up, and you need to do that. You need to have some self-confidence. So yeah, 63 rated, nice. Not much to say about this. We head to the ring now, where the Kings of the Black Throne are facing Aussie Open. 67 rated match, not the best, but it's fine given the people that are in it. 23 minutes though, jeez. Malachi Black pins Mark Davis with a black mass. Oh, love the black mass, great move. Brody King with a 62, Malachi Black with 65, nice. Mark Davis 63, Carl Fletcher only with a 59. Interesting. He's getting better at his gimmick though. Match got the crowd hotter. Nice. I really like these two tag teams. I just really wish that they put up better numbers. But yeah, I mean, Aussie Open have put up great numbers for a team that's like got almost zero pop in the US. So that's a team that we're going to have to work on and build up. But yeah, 67 is great. I will take that. We head backstage where Jericho is kind of just psyching up Paige Van Zandt. He is completely focused on Paige Van Zandt and Tay Mello. Like, just everything is focused on this. He's like, you're going to crush her. You've got the experience. You've got this. You've got that. But he does just make a little hint. He's like, I haven't forgotten about Yuta. He was like, all of my energy is on you right now, Paige. Being friends, that's what friends do. But once All Out is over, I haven't forgotten about Wheeler Yuta. I'm going to get my revenge somehow. So yeah, seems like Chris Jericho loves to hold a grudge. We love to see that as well. Jericho did great in this. Cool, lovely, 76. Let's head back to the ring. And Jake Roberts is in the ring with Renee Paquette and his, I don't know what you'd call him, his like advocate. Is this Paul Heyman? Who knows? He's with Lance Archer. And he just slams the lack of opportunity that Archer has received. He was like, Archer is a force. He is one of the biggest names, one of the biggest men in AEW. And the sheer lack of respect that he is not on the All Out card, that he does not have any title opportunities, that he wasn't even given opportunities. He won the damn Battle Royal last month. Like, he said, this is ridiculous and we will not stand for it. So something has to change. And if someone's not going to change, then we have to make that difference. And Lance just standing there, looking like his big beastly self. And I believe this takes us into a Lance Archer match. It does. And unfortunately, Matt Hardy is on the receiving end of it. So Lance Archer defeats Matt Hardy in 7:52 with the blackout. Archer with a 67, Hardy with a 44. That's fine. 65 overall. We'll take it. Another win for Lance, just kind of proving everything that Jake Roberts says. Following this, though, Eddie Kingston has a match tonight with Claudio Castagnoli, a pre-booked match. And just in a backstage interview, they said, Eddie, how are you feeling about tonight? And first of all, he's happy to be on TV because it's been a while. He went a long stretch of almost no TV time, and he gets to face, Claudio Castagnoli, who I believe is still the Ring of Honor World Champion. And yeah, he kind of shoots on Claudio, and then he kind of veers off a little bit and chats a little bit of shit about John Moxley and the Combat Club, just saying, I don't really like what they're doing, like they're bullies. He was like, I've known John for a long time, and he comes across as this, rough, crazy, jump straight into the fire kind of guy. But that's all passion. That's what it is. That's passion. But I'm not seeing passion anymore. All I'm seeing is bullies, and bullies need to be taught a lesson. So Claudio is going to get taught a lesson from me later on tonight. So yeah, great, mic skills from Eddie Kingston. We should have got a little bit higher, if I'm being honest, but yeah, we'll take it. Moving on though, we've got some tag team action, and it is Jamie Hayter and the newly signed Kairi in tag team action against Deonna Purrazzo and Toni Storm. So Toni Storm forming a little alliance with Purrazzo here, which is interesting. And in a decent match, Jamie Hayter and Kairi defeat Deonna Purrazzo and Toni Storm in 8:35 when Jamie Hayter pins Toni Storm with a Falcon Arrow. Kairi with a 69, nice. Jamie Hayter with a 65, Toni Storm with a 54, and Deonna Purrazzo with a 59. Decent score all round, 67, I'll take it. And Kairi gets her first win in All Elite Wrestling. Congratulations, Kairi. And Jamie Hayter bouncing back. We haven't seen much of her since her world title loss against Hikarashida. So, again, nice to see Jamie on the winning side too. Unfortunately, Deonna and Toni were on the losing side, but it's fine. I'm sure they'll bounce back. We stay in the ring actually, because I believe we've got that Eddie Kingston Claudio Castagnoli match. 75, nice. So in a good match, Castagnoli defeats Eddie Kingston. So unfortunately, Eddie Kingston wasn't able to, make that statement he wanted to. In 11:43 with the neutralizer, Claudio with a 70 and Eddie Kingston with a 67. Not much else to say in here, but yeah, decent match. Good job, guys. 75. Wow. And then post-match, Moxie just comes into the ring and just, chats a little bit of shit. He was like, Eddie, I love you like a brother. We've had our ups and downs, whatever. So, you say what you want. I know what you're like. But he just kind of cuts another little promo just talking about the Iron Man match. Just saying, like, Brian, like we, just like me and Eddie, we were brothers, but we're hitting a rough patch, and I think it's time that people started calling me one of the best wrestlers in the world, because that's the truth. I'm one of the best combat sportsmen to exist, and Brian, you're going to find out the hard way that that's just how it is. But as we said and as we agreed, one final match, Iron Man match, winner takes all, and then it's over between us. Cutting ties, done. So yeah, Moxley making it very clear that this is him and Brian's final match, and they're just done with each other. Obviously they might have further matches in the future, you never know, things can happen, but the beef is squashed after this because they recognize they don't like each other. So what's the point in continuing? A little bit, kind of mature if you ask me. But yeah, 85 rate segment, definitely, getting us riled up for this Iron Man match. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. Who's your money on, guys? Let me know. This does lead us into our main event, which is the trios match between our TNT Ladder participants. So on one side, you have got the champion Takeshita, Bandido, and Jungle Boy Jack Perry. And on the other side, you have got Miro, Zack Saber Jr., and Cedric Alexander. Let's see what goes down. 76, nice. I will take that. So in a bout that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Konosuke Takeshita, Bandido, and Jack Perry get the win over Miro, Zack Saber Jr., and Cedric Alexander in 23 minutes 40 when Takeshita made Miro submit. Wow, all this big talk at the beginning of the show about Miro not losing his mojo and everything like that, and he ends up tapping. I like to think that this was a strategic tap because, you don't want to be in a submission for too long, risk injuring yourself, because in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, in 4 days time, they're in a ladder match. So I like to think that Miro wasn't actually properly tapping. It was more of a, I need to, rest up. So fuck it. This match isn't that important. The match on Sunday is. But yeah, let's look at the performances though. Jack Perry 66, Bandido 70, Takeshita 74, Alexander 60, Zack Sabre Jr. 81, and Miro 75. So yeah, decent performances all round. I'm pretty happy with this. This is going to be one hell of a ladder match, or I hope it's going to be one hell of a ladder match. And honestly, any of these guys could win it. Like, when it comes to booking All Out, quite a lot of the results are still very much up in the air. I'm going to have to sit and really think about, one, how we structure the event, and two, what exactly happens. So yeah, pray for me that I make right decisions. And this one is a pretty big decision, because whoever wins this is going to be our new or reigning TNT World Champion. But yeah, 76, let's end the show. And 81 overall, awesome. A nice little kind of go home Dynamite show. Not really booking, obviously not booking any new matches. We've got far too many. But yeah, getting some things going. Archer and Jake Roberts, forever pissed. Eddie Kingston doing really well. I'm probably going to start using him more often. Moxley cutting a nice little let's do this Brian promo, and then yeah, the 6 men showing why they are the 6 men in a great main event match. Cool. Let's head straight into AEW Collision, the final TV show before our season finale, All Out. I'll see you guys over there. Okay, and we are here for Saturday Night Collision. One night away from All Out. Unfortunately for you guys, it's more like 5 days, soz. But yeah, let's stop talking about All Out, because there's going to be a whole episode. The next episode is going to be dedicated to All Out, and so is the episode after that. So let's just head into the backstage incidents so we can get into this show. And it's Alex Reynolds. What have you done, mate? Create a fun and relaxed atmosphere after finding a discarded another karaoke machine. That's the 3rd one. I have a feeling that they're just using it, dumping it, and then someone else is going, oh, a karaoke machine, and then they just do it all over again. But he's got a lively personality. Awesome. Love that. Oh, what has Stokely done? Sting only comes up if he's telling people off. Stokely Hathaway was brought before the wrestlers' court, accused of being absorbed by his phone when he should have been paying attention. Oh, found him guilty to buy a crate of beer for everyone. Nice. I mean, that's not the worst punishment. Class clown personality, I can see that with Stokely. I really like Stokely Hathaway. I wonder if he's got good colour commentary skills, because I'm looking at shaking up the announcers and commentators post All Out. I'm looking to do a lot of changes post All Out. Spoiler. But you'll find that out in due course. But yeah, let's just stop waffling, as some people say, and let's head straight into the show. And straight into the show we are, with a pretty cool pre-show match. I just wanted to give Rami a little bit more momentum going into Sunday. So in a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, Rami Sabai defeats Roderick Strong in 10:58 with the Brain Buster. The Brain Buster. 66 rating overall. Rami with a 62. Roderick Strong with a 67. Oh, Rami, pull your finger out your ass, mate. And in the final pre-show match, only the 2 for today, we've got Adam Brooks, a new signing, Australian wrestler. He's quite young. I think he's like 30. He had some pretty good stats, and turns out he's got a good relationship with Buddy Matthews. So yeah, signed him, and not even a day later, when I was booking a Rampage episode, one of the backstage incidents was that Buddy Matthews is now his mentor, so Adam Brooks is going to be benefiting from that as well. Nice. It's been a pre-show match that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. Chris Bay of Bullet Club Gold defeats Adam Brooks with the Art of Finesse. Brooks with a 43 and Bay with a 57. 52 overall, not bad. But that's the pre-show out of the way. Let's jump straight into AEW Collision. And we open with a fairly decent match, 76, Daniel Garcia and Orange Cassidy. So in a good match, Daniel Garcia defeats Orange Cassidy with the sharpshooter. 65 from Garcia, 71 from Cassidy. Match got the show to a strong start, and Garcia getting a great win 24 hours before his lethal lockdown match with the Elite. So the New Wave and the Elite in that chaotic, very dangerous match. 76, lovely. And post-match, we've got Ricky Starks backstage just talking about the Elite, because obviously, once upon a time, Ricky was a temporary member of the Elite, and he just kind of goes off on them and just says the problem that we have with the Elite is that they only care about themselves. Like they helped start All Elite Wrestling, which, you know, fair enough, props to them. We've got a lot of respect for them as wrestlers, but the way they act and the way they carry themselves is nothing to be respected. They brought me in because I was doing well, and the second I wasn't doing well, they kicked me out. That's not how you treat friends. That's not how you treat teammates. So this is one of the many reasons why the new wave has started, because we're looking to be that new wave of talent that is respected and respects others. And right now we don't respect the Elite. So yeah, we're here to make a statement, and we'll be making that statement at All Out. So yeah, great promo from Ricky. 67 normally gets higher than that, but it's fine. Yeah, let's keep moving on with the show, and I believe we've got 2 members of the Elite in action next. That we do. Oh no. Oh no. I've seen this before. Keith Lee had it. Oh, 65. Yes. Okay. Anyways, let's just ignore that. You might be able to work through it, which, we might not want to do. We're going to have to think of something maybe. Either way, in a decent match, the Young Bucks defeat the Guns in 21-20 when Matt Jackson pins Colton Gunn with a Meltzer driver. Matt with an 80, Nick with an 82, Austin and Colton 47 each. Yeah, all of this, Nick and Matt shone in this match. Fantastic, love that. I really hope that that's not a serious injury. Oh, okay, it popped up, which means it probably is. Oh no, Colton Gunn, you arsehole. But yeah, moving on, we're going to have to check that post-match. So, yes, remind me. I'll remind myself. We head backstage now while Nick, Matt, whichever one it was, I can't remember, gets treated. And Tony Schiavone just has a sit-down with Samoa Joe and just says, Joe, you have a big match tomorrow with Rami Sabai, a street fight. Just want to kind of know your thoughts on everything. And Joe was like, you don't need to know my thoughts, Tony. No one needs to know my thoughts. You just need to know what I'm going to do to Rami Sabai tomorrow. I'm gonna hurt him. I'm going to make sure that the way he walked into All Out is completely different to the way he walks out. I'm going to reshape that man. I'm going to change his morals. I'm going to change his beliefs. I'm going to change his face. Obviously, Samoa Joe is much better at being menacing than I am, but you get the idea. Joe is out here to hurt. And I imagine he's going to do that. But yeah, 71 rated, great segment. Good old Joe, good old Tony. Good angle. Let's continue with the show where Athena is in action. Athena will be facing Hikarashida for the AEW Women's World Championship at All Out. And Athena just gets a great win under her belt against Stephanie Vaquer, who did terrible. I mean, she's better than that. Come on. With the top rope stunner. 62 from Athena, which is great numbers. And 38 from Stephanie. It's okay. She ate a loss. Well done, Stephanie. You did your job. 60 overall. Fine. Athena getting that nice boom boost heading into All Out. But Hikarashida is much more rested, so could play in Hikaru's favour. I mean, having Britt Baker by your side plays in anyone's favour, let's be honest. Following this, though, we go backstage again, and it's another member of the New Wave. It is Mercedes Moné, and she is talking about how she made history by being the first woman in AEW to defeat a male wrestler clean, or cleanish, let's be honest. And she said that she's going to make history again tomorrow, where she competes in a lethal lockdown against the Elite. And she said that we're coming out winning again, so it's going to be double history making moments for the Moné maker, Mercedes Moné. So yeah, the New Wave really talking the talk, so let's hope they can walk the walk in a 72 rated promo. We go back to the ring now with some more women's action, and it's Chris Statlander and Samantha DeMartin taking on Saraya and Ruby Soho of the Outcasts, who really haven't been that dominant team that they were when Toni Storm was around. So maybe Toni Storm was that glue that held them together, because Chris Statlander and Samantha DeMartin defeat them 11:43 when Chris Statlander pins Saraya. Saraya, with the Area 451. Looking at the numbers, no one was that great. Saraya with the 54, Chris with the 55, Samantha DeMartin get better, and Ruby Soho with a 49.60 overall. I don't have a good feeling about this show, if I'm being honest. Following this, though, we have got our main event match, which is CM Punk taking on Juice Robinson. This was requested by CM Punk himself. So yeah, let's see how this goes down. 75, and Juice was really off his game. So in a bout that had a great heat and decent wrestling, CM Punk defeats Juice Robinson in 14:21 with the go to sleep. So CM Punk taking out a Bullet Club Gold member who, after All Out, could actually become a team member, because if CM Punk does lose, he has to join Bullet Club Gold. But if he wins, he gets his own kind of gold in the international title. But yeah, this match got the crowd buzzing. Nice one, because it's the end of the show. But is it? Because CM Punk wins, Omos is ringside, Keith Lee is ringside as well, because, you know, they got to marshal each other, and Jay White from the crowd, Mr. Bang Bang, comes out of nowhere and sneak attacks Punk. And while Omos is trying to get into the ring to help, Keith Lee pulls him down off the side and they start battering each other. It's an all-out brawl. Jay White, CM Punk, Juice is now up, kicking the shit out of Punk. Chris Bay comes out of nowhere, but he just gets backhanded by Jordan Omos and flies into the back of the crowd. But yeah, Keith and Omos are just like, they're shaking the earth with how they fight. And yeah, big fight to end the show. It takes half the locker room and half of the security, or all of the security actually, to try and tear these men apart. Yeah, there's beef here. There's plenty of beef here with Keith Omos, let's be honest. But yeah, 86 might have saved our show. This might have. So yeah, this is going to be these are going to be two big matches actually. We've got Jay and CM Punk, and then we've also got Omos and Lee. Very exciting. Let's see how we did, because we need to go check on the Jackson boy. 75, just on the cusp of okay, because I believe our popularity is around 73, 74 now. So yeah, that's the bare minimum we expect. But yeah, let's finish this show. Normally I'd wrap it all up here, but I just want to see what that injury is looking like. So I'll see you guys there. Keep all of your fingers crossed. Okay, here we are, everyone. This is currently our medical. We've got, not that many, let's be honest. Peter Avalon, no one cares that he's injured. Sorry, Peter. Kyle O'Reilly would have actually been back by now, but I decided to risk surgery a couple of months ago, and it didn't go well. So it added, I think, like 9, 10. Actually, I think I did a year. It was something like, I think you had like a month and 10 days to go. And I was like, let's try and speed it up. Shouldn't have done that. But we're here for Nick Jackson, swollen calf muscle. So no effect, it's being worked through. So that's going to limit his performance. But given that it's a lethal lockdown match, we might injure him. He might get injured because of this. So I'm going to have to make a decision on whether he wrestles or not. So I'm going to leave that as a surprise. Not that it's the biggest surprise. We'll have to find someone to replace him. We can't hire anyone because we're on the day of the show now. But yeah, we'll see. I'm sure someone can step in if need be. I'm going to take a look at the injury risk levels and such, and see if there's I could maybe limit his performance in the match. We'll have to see. But yeah, Nick Jackson, swollen. I might just talk to Nick, see how he's feeling about it. Because, you can do that in this game. But yeah, that's not the worst news, but it's not the best. And that is how I believe we're going to end our Go Home episode before our biggest show of the year. Thank you very much for watching, guys. The next episode is going to be a special preview. Normally, I do a quick fire rundown of every match on the card, but there's so many, I just really don't want to. So the next episode will be a full preview episode dedicated to AEW All Out. I've made some really average looking graphics for each match, and what we're going to do is, while we look at those graphics, I'm just going to talk about how we got to this match and the story between those involved. I'm going to do my best to kind of hype it up. I might actually write a mini script for it just so I'm not stumbling over my words. But it should be super fun, super chill, not very long as well, I hope. And then after that is our big show, AEW All Out. I'm excited. And I hope you guys are too. But until then, I will see you all, and hopefully Nick Jackson, in the next one. Bye. Yeah.